resist the devil, and he will flee from you.
And that's exactly what we've been doing. Because I told him, I said, look, so you don't listen. The teacher will give you the permission to put your hands on him. You don't talk against the teacher, all right? So he got refuted on that. And that's why he felt the need to want to fight me and get all out of order. You understand? And this just goes to show you, you know, when you pretty much use these Edomites' intelligence or use their smarts against them, all of a sudden it's like, how dare this Negro try and attack my intelligence?
That's what
it
comes down to.
Right. And that's why I told him, I said, look, we're no longer in the days of 1609 because he's trying to exert that white power. Listen, you out of the deal. Okay, Great Britain is out of the, that's how you know the Great Britain's fallen already, because you got Edomites coming up here trying to cause confusion. And we can see we can see them trying to cause confusion. One minute he said, oh, I don't know about this. But one minute he said he know the Bible.
You look like a real pork swine
He was over
eating.
there catching a fight with someone else.
When he came up with his little pork self, fat chubby.
Yeah, he do like a pig. He did.
Pork chop self. When he came over, I was like, man, fuck out of here, man. He's gonna start some shit, man.
Yeah.
That's the kind of guy.
Yeah, and that's just the bottom line.
You
Because
know, he find himself at the diner 24/7, man.
Yeah, and that just goes to show you that these white cats out here, they ain't got the flavor though. They ain't got the zest that they once had. If they had the flavor and the zest, why they coming up here trying to cause confusion? Because they hurt, because they know that war coming up in this society is going down.
Matthew 7:6. Give not that which is holy unto the dogs.
So, and I want to go as far as saying this too, because he was saying something to the effect of, can you show me Joseph? Can you show me Joseph? And he was actually demanding it like we're supposed to give it to him. Like, look, your time of ruling over so-called Negroes is through, man. Don't you understand that? Don't you get that? You may have your little white privilege, so-called white privilege, but that don't give you the audacity to demand anything from us, because we're not going to give it to you that way. You're going to be respectful of it. When you come up here, you better respect us when you come up here. Otherwise, we're not going to respect you.
Right. But it's one thing, Slokia, can I just say, his son said, come on, let's get away, we're going to get arrested. And he said, no, I'm going to get them arrested.
Yeah, I heard that. I heard that. I heard that.
Once I heard that, I knew it was,
I heard that.
You know,
but you know, though, if the cops came up, they would have arrested him, because the cops already know what the deal is. I've seen guys that come up against, you know, the brothers, you know, that's, you know, in central London, crackers like that got arrested.
Yeah.
Because what they don't understand is the Lord is dealing with us. The Lord ain't dealing with these crackers out here. The Lord ain't dealing with them. So whatever they're coming with, it's going to backfire. It's going to ricochet against them. Because what they have to say holds no weight. Doesn't matter worth a damn. What matters the most is what we have to say. Because what a men of God. Don't you understand that? To them, we're just a bunch of Negroes hanging out talking and shit. No, that's not what we are. We don't do that.
Psalms 105.
So when I caught up in this bullshit about, you know, him trying to, you know, talk to me, and I told him, I said, look, you only given permission to speak when your teacher gives you permission to speak. That's when he started lashing out, because I caught up to his fucking ass.
He was upset from you said you didn't want to talk to him.
Right. Yeah. Because in their mind, they thinking that every so-called black person, they should count me in. Who are these Negroes to discount me? What?
That's right.
So when I discounted him, that made him even more mad. Because I know how these devils are, man. I know how these Edomites are.
Naturally racist. Like he came up and he said, oh yeah, like he knew what we were about. I knew slavery was wrong and everything like that. But then he just completely contradicted himself by saying, I'm going to get them. He tried to enforce that white supremacy. He said, I'm going to get them arrested.
Right.
But yeah, he came around acting like slavery was so bad. But he was bringing around that same spirit and mentality.
Yeah, that's all it is. Because Esau ain't nothing but a big hypocrite. Everything about these jokers they're just hypocrites. They lie. You know, and like I'm going to say again, I know everything about these crackers, man. I might not know everything, but I know enough to know about them. I know how they think. And that's why
crazy.
And that's why I said, brothers, man, that's how you get a person. When a person reacts and acts like that, you know you got him.
So it says
that's why I smiled at his ass.
105 verse 14. He suffered no man to do them wrong. Yeah, he reproved kings for their sakes.
Right, he reproved kings for their sakes. Go on.
Saying, touch not mine anointed and do my prophets no harm.
Right, touch my anointed and do my prophets no harm. And he can't do anything to us. He couldn't do anything to us. I guess he tried to get us to provoke.
That's right.
us to hit him.
Yeah.
He was trying to provoke us to get on him. But guess what, man? We're better than that.
Because when he came into the camera and he done that face and it went like that, he said, "Oh, you didn't like that, did you?" And then he tried to do it more, you know?
He's a devil, bro. He's a devil.
Yeah, man. They was trying to exert that power. You ain't got no power, white
Made himself look, and his son was embarrassed for him.
Yeah, son, I said, yeah. He said, don't film us and say, well, you get it, you're going on YouTube, man.
Huh?
You almost got nicked over
You're going to
there.
get 1,000 dislikes.
Yeah, I saw him over there.
And his son, and you saw the look on his son's
Hey,
face.
his son, you like, oh, fuck, man. This shit came up.
Here we go again, Dad.
Can't bring you nowhere.
Yeah. So I mean, come on, man. That whole pop trying to brawl, trying to act like you a pop brawler, coming up here trying to threaten guys, exert authority. Listen, man, them days are over, man. Them pop days are over, baby boy. It's your time to go down. Once Britain exits out the EU, okay, or there's no deal, but whether what happens, this society is going down. That's all you puff guys gotta be looking forward to. Look forward to your downfall. Look forward to this world coming in effect.
Right.
Okay, you don't threaten us no more. You may threaten the average Negro, but we're not threatened by your games. Because we know you inside and out.
That's right.
We know the truth.
All right? And we know the truth.
So we're free. We're free from your games.
So we're free from your games, like your brother said. All right? So you so-called white boys out there, keep pumping it up, keep acting like you tough guys when you drunk, because you ain't nobody, you ain't shit. That's why you come up here and you listen to bullshit that you don't like. You gotta be a shithead to listen to bullshit you don't like. They always come up, oh, what is this bollocks? What is this shit?
Yep.
So you're more of a shit, you're more of an ass listening to bullshit. Yeah. How about that? You understand? But see, these crackers, they don't even have that kind of intelligence to understand that. Because they think they so smart, these levels. They think they're real smart, whether they lower class, middle class, higher class, but they're not so intelligent. That's why he got pissed off at me. He got mad at me, man. If it was up to him, he would probably want to take my head off.
We done nine to two of them, so they felt like this is all for the shit.
Yeah.
He wanted to take my damn head off, man.
Who's this nigga? Yeah,
Right.
Ignoring me.
Yeah.
He was gonna for my. That's what he wanted to do, because I caught up in his bullshit, and I discounted him at the same time. And these devils, they like to be counted. Because when you discount a devil, they start to feel less. They feel hurt by that. They hurt.
Yeah.
Okay? They want you to count them in everything. We don't count you cats out here, man. We're not counting these red pig skin devils out here. We don't count this. All right?
He's one looking for love.
Yeah, the Lord said be separate, man.
No, he just want to be counted. He want to be, because he already got the love. He just want to be counted. He wants everybody to count him so that he could be a part of our program. Listen, we're not counting you, man. Because I know these devils. I know them.
Because a lot of them, yeah, they know that we're special, and they know that they ain't shit. So when they come up here, when you rejected them like that, you made them feel like he wasn't shit.
Yeah, because he ain't shit.
He ain't.
And that's why he
made that whole scene.
Try and get us nicked.
Yeah.
How dare you? Who do you think you are? That's what you said.
I'm a son of the Most High, motherfucker.
Caesar.
Right, I'm Esau. Can't take that Esau.
Hey, it's the same last year when they arrested us, man. And when we tried to get our stuff back, one of the policemen's off sick now.
Well, you know what though, like I said, if you in the
I've been
spirit,
putting up
right?
curses on that devil, so I won't be surprised.
In the spirit.
The curses on this guy, man.
Drink himself to death tonight.
If you in the spirit of the Lord, he might commit suicide tonight too. Which that would be a beautiful thing if he did that. That would make my day.
No! You said that at your job, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah, so go on, say it.
I work in a hospital basically, and one cracker, I do with the case notes, and he said, I don't want this nigga dealing with my notes.
That's what he said.
Yeah. 30 minutes later, the bastard died of a cardiac arrest.
Good.
There you go, man.
Right.
The different angels.
Let them all guys give you instead.
Different angels acting, man.
Yeah, man. Same with that police that arrested us. One of them's off long-term sick.
Yeah.
I hope that piece of shit's got cancer, man.
Yeah, because see, this is the thing. You gotta be wise in this truth. You know, it's not about calling people out of their name. You gotta use psychological game tactics on them. Okay, because what I did was I knew they were coming up, and I saw right through their spirit.
Yeah.
And I saw why they were coming up. They came up for some entertainment, mockery. So I saw right through them, and I said, look, just have a nice day. And I looked at the man's face, and I could see that he was thinking like, how dare he say, yeah, have a nice day? And he panicked too.
He was hurt.
He was hurt inside. That's why he said, show me Joseph, show me Joseph. We don't have to show you anything.
Exactly, I'm gonna read it. It says on Matthew 7 verse 6, give them that which is holy unto the dogs,
Right.
neither cast ye your pearls before swine.
And you look like the damn swine.
Least they trampled them under their feet
Right.
and turned again and ran to you. Because when we read to Revelation 7, you had to spend time reading the whole thing, and then he trampled what we said underfoot and started talking shit, man. Saying, show me this.
Right.
I mean, he gonna show you shit, 'cause you just gonna trample down the foot.
He
Because I'll
wasn't
talk
edified
shit.
at all.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You know, so I mean, that's just how it is, man. Like at the end of the day, these devils, they want to be known, they want to be counted. You know, they want to be valued. Look, man, you're no longer on that level to be valued anymore. No one likes you anymore. Everybody's finding out that you're the devil. Okay, you're going down, and that's it, man. Okay, you're not cool. You're not as you say you are kind and you know you're human. What is it?
Humanitarian.
Humanity.
They're opposite of that, man.
You ain't for that no more. And that's what the world's finding out. The world's finding out that you are the devil. Okay? You're just gonna have to just drink up that cup, big boy. Alright? As we drunk our cup, we're gonna have to drink your cup. So all of the days of, you know, the white man this, the white man that, he saw this and he saw that, them days are done. Because see, every time, I don't cut you, brother, because every time Esau come up nowadays, he's either getting condemned by on his own television. His own people are condemning him. His own government is making his life a freaking hell. All right. Then he comes up here looking for some kind of help or valuability, and he's getting shut down. So every corner these devils are getting shut down, and they can't stand that because all throughout their life they've been valued, they've been counted. So now all of a sudden they've been discounted now, and that hurts. You know, when you're on high, so when you've been on high for so long, and people have been valuing you so long, and all of a sudden that changes, that fucking hurts, man. And that's why he had spit coming out of his mouth. He wanted to fight, and I kept my cool. We kept our composure. We wasn't gonna fight this guy. We kept our composure, and it was all cool. And he's strong too. And the reason why he's strong because he's going through hell. That's why he's strong. And he got his son. He's embarrassing his son at the same time. And I told his son, I said, look, man, that's your dad, right? And he shook his head. He didn't shake his head with brightness. He shook his head like, you know, in secret.
Yeah, they're gonna be famous tonight anyway.
Yeah, they're gonna be famous. They're gonna be on YouTube, baby boy.
Hope you don't get flagged.
Right.
And the most
Yeah, so that's just what it is. I mean, you know, at the end of the day, you so-called Europeans, man, just get ready for your downfall, man. Don't come up here trying to ask for some kind of, you know, attention or whatever. Just still with your judgment, man. And if you do come up, we're gonna bring out these precepts on your eyes, and you ass gonna be sent right back down to the street where you came from. That's what's gonna go down. The time of you exalting your power and trying to pay for all and all of this nonsense, it's out, man. It's a wrap. Had your time, every dog has a state. Let me just say that, man. Call it a day. Okay? Give me the book of Job where it says, knowing this man was placed upon earth with the tribe of the wicked and short. Give me that. I think that's in Job 20 or something like that.
Job 20 verse 4. Knowest thou not this, or aught, since man was placed upon earth, and the triumphant of the wicked is short,
Right.
and the joy of the hypocrite but for a moment.
Right, the joy of the hypocrite is but for a moment, man. So I mean, I wouldn't really come up here at all, because if you come up here, you're gonna receive some kind of judgment from the Bible, and then you're gonna be feeling bad about yourself, and then you're gonna want to commit suicide because we discounted you. So while these white boys are out of what they should really do is live their life to the best of their ability, max out their credit card, do what they got to do, rape as many boys as they want, because that's what they like doing anyway. Okay, and just live your life and leave us alone, because we don't want to be bothered with you. We don't want to be near you. We don't want to be bothered with you. Okay, we know your kind. We know what you're going to bring about to the table. All right, we know all these are all of the same. All right, and that's what it is. You're going down, man. Still with it. Go on, brother. Just still with the fact that you're going down, man. Let's read that.
So it's in Proverbs 9 verse 6. Forsake the foolish and live.
Right, forsake the foolish and live. And that's what we did. We forsook the foolish. Because I saw that he was coming with foolishness. That's why I said, look, just have a nice day.
Right on his face, isn't it?
Yeah. Go on, bro.
And go in the way of understanding.
Right, and go in the way of understanding. We're men of understanding. This is the counsel of understanding right here. Okay, and the other counsels that big. Within great millstone. Go on.
He that reproveth a scorner,
Right.
getteth to himself shame.
Right, gets it to himself shame.
That's why we won't go on deal with them. There's no shame upon us.
Right. So that's just the thing. We're not out here for fools. If we can see that you're a damn fool, and you just coming up here for some kind of drama, just get down the street. All right. We're not the average Negro that deals with foolishness. Okay. Go on.
So it said, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth himself a blot.
Right. Read that verse again.
He that reproveth a scorner
Yeah.
getteth to himself shame. And he that rebuketh a wicked man
Yeah.
getteth himself a blot.
Right. A blot, which means I think it,
We ain't gonna get no with this.
okay. Right. I was thinking the word blemish or something. Go on, read that
We
verse.
ain't getting that out.
Yeah, you ain't get nowhere with a fool. You're not gonna get anywhere. So there's no point in you trying to teach a fool. This truth is not for fools. This truth is for men that are gonna learn, that are gonna become believers. Okay, and that are gonna have a stir countenance on their face, a serious look to them when they want to hear it. It's like this one chick. He said he was gonna come back. He ain't come back.
Oh yeah.
Right, he ain't coming back.
Maybe next week.
Just a
He
cheerleader,
didn't
man.
say when.
Right, he didn't even say next week. Come.
Yeah, he didn't say when he come back. Come back, brother.
Come back in the kingdom.
He's gonna come back and shit himself.
Proverbs 14 verse 7. Go from the presence of a foolish man.
Right, go from the presence of a foolish man. We don't deal with foolish people up here. Because I know the man was a damn fool before he got up here. I knew it. That's why I said, look, just have a nice day. All right, and that's what you got to do. You got to shut people down, man. You got to tell people where to go. Because we're not dealing with everybody up here.
Right.
We're not dealing with the foolish of our own people. We're not downshoring dealing with the foolishness of the so-called white people too. All right, we're not doing it no more. Okay, go on.
Go from the presence of a foolish man, but now perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
Right. That's the bottom line. So we only going to be concerned about the men that's going to be dealing with knowledge and understanding. If you're not dealing with no knowledge and understanding, get down the street. Okay? Resurrect that again.
Go from the presence of a foolish man, now perceivest not in him the lips of knowledge.
Right, you perceive of him not the lips of knowledge. And I knew that guy was a damn fool. He didn't know a damn thing. I told him straightforward. I said, you don't know the Bible. He said, well, how do you know? You can't just judge me and say that. I can look at you, you don't know the Bible, because if you knew the Bible, your ass wouldn't be up here in the first place. You would know that the so-called Negroes that we have on this side here, right, are the children of Israel. You would know that. So that's showing you he didn't know a damn thing. And he proved me to be correct because he contradicted his fucking self and he said, I don't know this. Well, if you don't know this, then shut the fuck up, man. All right, go on. I don't mean to come in this raw spirit, but people irritate you at times, man. Go on, bro. So this is the thing. If you're not serious about what we're teaching or what we're dealing with right here, because this is serious information. This is not no play. This ain't no play bullshit. So if you're not serious about what we're teaching, have a nice day. Exactly. Okay? Exactly. Have a nice day. Read on.
What are we teaching?
Here we go.
What are we teaching?
This doesn't matter.
No, on a respectful thing, what are we teaching?
It doesn't matter. You can come back next time.
I don't want to come back.
Exactly. You see, that's what I'm saying. That's what you do. You use psychological tactics.
The demon came out of him.
That's what you do. That's what I'm saying. So you gotta use wisdom.
Yeah. Apostle Tahar said that a couple of weeks ago, man. Some simple-minded Simeon I came over, and he said, there's no white people on there. And he goes, why aren't they on there? Apostle Tahar, have a nice day. Just go.
Right, and then what you do is you teach them, you act like you're teaching them now just so they can get away.
Yeah.
That's what you do. And I mean, I'm gonna be honest, I wasn't aware of doing that consciously, but subconsciously, that's what I did. So even the Spirit of the Lord told me to use wisdom on that level. So that's what you gotta do, because these people are stupid, man.
I'm coming back.
But you know, brothers, you gotta be serious now. What I'm saying is this: the majority of these people are stupid. These so-called white boys are stupid. These so-called Negroes are stupid. When you're dealing with the average folk, just always remember that they're stupid now. All right. You see a guy walking around with a beer bottle in his hand, with a beer bottle in his hand, and it's a bag, paper bag with a bottle in his hand. That's a dumbass. That's what that is. It's a dumbass. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read Habakkuk 2, verse. Matter of fact, let me get Proverbs 19. The book of Proverbs 19, verse. Is what matters the most is what the word of the Lord is saying, man. That's what matters the most. This is Proverbs 19, verse 21. It says, "And the Lord." No, that's Isaiah. Let me go get Proverbs. Yeah, brother, you should be getting precepts out, man. But it's all right, though. I got a precept. I got a precept on the way.
Shows you the elites, what they've done is working. People don't know anything.
It's simple. This is Proverbs 19, verse 21.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah, let me read this verse. It says, "And there are many devices in a man's heart, nevertheless the counsel of the Lord that shall stand." Okay? So what we have to say is going to stand because we're coming out of the word of the Lord. So whatever man has to come in and say to us or about us, whether they believe in what we're saying or not, it doesn't make a difference because what we're saying is what's going to be final. And this is why we're not going to be out here dealing with anybody, because everybody out here, as we always talk about, which is true, they're going to die. All right? The majority of these people out here are going to die out here. Whether it be by the race wars, whether it be by the economic decline, whether it be by the famines, okay, of all sorts of kind of things are going to befall the society. Every last one of these souls that ain't right, they're going to be put to death. And those missiles are going to do the job, finish it off. Okay, so the majority of these people, they're not worthy of even being taken into consideration. Okay, that's just the thing, whether they be Negroes or Edomites, man. All right, the same way I can tell a simple Negro is the same way I can tell a simple Edomite too. All right, and that's what you got to do. You got to learn how to read spirits, because you know you might have the wrong spirit come up and cause confusion.
Yeah.
Oh, you're going.
So this is same book, Proverbs 19 and 3. Says the foolishness of man perverteth his way.
Right, the foolish man perverted his way, and that's a man of perversion. You know that. You could see it in the man's face. That was a man of great perversion. He's probably eating pork all day, every day. He looks like the damn pork, man.
Looks like swine.
Read that again.
The foolishness of man perverteth his way,
Right,
and his heart fretteth against the Lord.
Right, and his heart is against the Lord.
What one was that?
And Esau's a fool by nature. That's why they think they can come up here and dominate the show. You ain't dominating the damn thing, man. Okay? And you ain't even going to dominate the destruction that's going to come down on your pig skin ass.
Sirach 21 and 15. If a skillful man hear a wise word, he will commend it and add unto it.
Right.
But as soon as one of no understanding heareth it, it displeaseth him, and he casteth it behind his back.
Right, it displeases him and he casts it behind his back, meaning he wouldn't even consider it because he doesn't even know what sound wisdom is, even if he heard it. Couldn't even spell wisdom. You know what I'm saying? So this is what I be saying, like, you know, you can't just teach everybody, man, and even a lot of jakes, because I know certain brothers, they feel optimistic to teach a jake because they see a jake here. You can't teach every jake. You gotta look at people and know who you can teach and who you can't teach. All right, because you can't teach everybody, and the majority of jake is simple anyway. So you gotta know who to teach, who's worthy of being taught. Now, what we can do as well is use the person, because that's what I like to do a lot of the times. A lot of the times, you know, you may think that I'm trying to teach somebody, but I'm really using them for the edification. That's what I do the majority of the times. I use people, I'm not gonna lie. Okay, I might look at somebody and I may assume, okay, he ain't gonna get it, but I'll still keep him around so we can use him just so we can edify the point. That's how you gotta be. You gotta have that wisdom. You gotta be serpent-like. Okay, more in a positive manner, I would say.
Right inside.
Sometimes you gotta play mind games so that they can stick around here, and you bring the scriptures out and you edify the point on the camera.
Right.
Go on, brother.
The talking of a fool is like a burden in the way.
Right, a talk of a fool is like a burden in the way.
What one was that? Oh?
That's some spirits.
What scripture was that one?
Sirach 21 verse 15 and down. But grace shall be found in the lips of the wise.
Right, but grace shall be found in the lips of the wise. Like